Good afternoon, everyone. Last time we mentioned the Chinese language and introduced one major branch of the dialect, that is your dialect. So today we will go on with the next two major dialects and introduce another one great linguist. Okay, let's go on. The next part is Wu dialect. First, it's a group of linguistically similar and historically related varieties of Chinese spoken in which area? In Zhejiang, Shanghai, and Jiangsu. By how many people? By 19 million people. And there is a poem to describe the amazing facts or amazing status of Wu dialect. Look at this, please. And it shows that Wu dialect has a very long history too. Let's look at here. Since Zhou dynasty, Wu dialect has a long history of more than 3,000 years. Now let's go on with next page. Wu speakers such as Lu Xun, Cai Yuanpei occupied great importance in modern Chinese history and politics. And let's look at Zhou Libo. Zhou Libo is a very famous comedian, also speaking Wu dialect. Okay. And Wu dialect generally takes Suzhou pronunciation as the standard pronunciation and Shanghai dialect as the common language. So here there are two representatives of Wu dialect. They are Suzhou dialect and Shanghai dialect. Okay, now let's go on. Here are some examples of Wu dialects. And here the Suzhou dialects and the Shanghai dialects. I'm sorry, I was not born in Suzhou or Shanghai, so I can't speak, but we can enjoy some of the dialects from the internet.
看，我个新官人胖没胖，吊带没吊的。
啊，吊脚。
别讲是苏州人家，知道路搿搭多。我倒要看看你良心一汉。
良心汉得不得了。
官人啊。
娘子。
既然报纸天字，我得你侪是一家人。
对，不错。一家人子，有什么娘子花领子，让我们来等关脱，做啥事体便当。
妹。
哪叫？
非瞎三胡事。
我
是有问题要问你。
那问两个问题，可以没问题啊。
好。我得你妈一旦跌了河里下，你先救啥人？
三哥，你搭你妈一旦跌了河里，我先救啥人？有条件的闲话呢，你到两家头一旦救。
这还救一个？
这还救一个嘛？对来不起，这还救你娘子。
为啥？
这个简单，我啥地方呢？我娘头里生出来，这个名堂谁叫百善孝为先。
Just now we enjoyed the video clipping of Han Xue speaking Suzhou dialect. Now let's enjoy Angelababy speaking Shanghai dialect.
我去排队，然后去就是看到人家吃好之后自家做些，然后去吃搿个哈粉小笼包帮这个蛋花汤，后头还是老想念的。
侬小辰光是属于搿种像你 Running Man 里边那种假小子，老皮还是老安静那种？
应该是属于蛮皮的搿种啊。我小辰光，像我小辰光一直在短头发。然后去有的一天，我帮阿拉妈妈出去，然后就看到阿拉妈妈的朋友，伊就帮阿拉妈妈讲一讲，那儿子长得蛮好看的嘛。我就听到啥子讲我的儿子，然后我才开始留个长头发。
Okay, and let's go on. And let's enjoy this picture. So, do you know why I put the picture here? This picture describes the lovely and peaceful life of 5-member family in the country. But let's look here. That means Some people speak Wu dialect in this poem. And this poem was written by Xin Qiji, a very famous poet of Song dynasty. Okay, go on. And then let's look at Gan dialect. Gan dialect is spoken as the native language by many people in other areas in Jiangxi province and Hunan, Hubei, Anhui, and Fujian. Now let's look at this picture. Here, this area is Jiangxi province, and Gan dialect is also spoken in this part. Hunan province, Hubei province, Anhui province, and Fujian province. Or somebody would say, oh, not Zhejiang province. Zhejiang province, the people in Zhejiang province speak Wu dialect. Okay? And then Gan dialect is a member of the Semitic language of the Sino-Tibetan language family. And let's look. Different dialects of Gan dialect exist, and the Nanchang dialect is usually taken as representative. That means in Gan dialect, there are many, many different divisions, and the people also can't understand each other with different varieties. But there is a representative, that is Nanchang dialect. Okay, let's look. Because we are in Nanchang, so sometimes we can speak very simple Gan dialect. For example, there are 4 to 7 tones, and Nanchang dialect has 90 initial sounds and 65 final sounds. Let's look. Let's look at the example. How to speak ch. In Nanchang dialect, the people don't distinguish the food is in liquid or in gas or some other style. They usually use one word, that is cha. Okay. Here, there is a very famous movie star from Nanchang. She is Liu Tao. Yes, Liu Tao can speak very native and very good, because it's perfect Nanchang dialect. And then let's enjoy the video clip of her ordering the Nanchang food at the beginning of this.
那个了，爬糖糕来一份了，爬糖糕是了，起焦了，起焦味的。
就是好吃咯，就是好吃不嘛家。
就是好吃。
哎，
可以嘛，就是好吃。
秀山我点人家了，我下次姑娘家了现在。
还行的。
那种肉米粉咯，对不对呀？
不，那肉粉。
你是哪种人不？
是嘛，我都不哪种人呢。
哪种人我叫肉米粉的。
那肉米粉哪里呀？
肉粉咯。
肉粉好啊，肉粉。
好多呢。
哦。
给了不？
给啊。两种肉粉，还有些了，就是好吃啊。
你变汤了。
你变汤不是哪里用嘛？
我给你有加蛋个嘛，有没有加蛋噶？给他加蛋，给不加蛋个嘛？
不论了，哪有加蛋有变汤？
有嘛？
就是汤粉。
哎。
Okay, because of the limited time, we can just enjoy this part. After enjoying Liu Tao's speaking, I hope you can understand what she said. And let's look next part. Here I'd like to introduce a great linguist in China. That is Zhao Yuanren. Zhao Yuanren, he was a linguist, educator, composer, scholar, and poet. He was a distinguished one, and he made great contribution in modern study of Chinese phonology and grammar. And he had some books, and there are two. Two of them are the best famous. Okay, are most famous. For example, Mandarin Primer and Grammar of Spoken Chinese. Okay. Mandarin Grammar was one of the most widely used Mandarin Chinese textbooks in the 20th century. And the Grammar of Spoken Chinese was standard modern works on Chinese grammar. And let's look at the next page. this page is about his contribution in Chinese research in details. First, he distinguished between words and tones. And then he said that emphasis is placed on the study of tone, sandhi, and stress in Chinese, and put forward Chinese intonation structure, embryonic form, and to classify the form and the function of Chinese intonation. And he pointed out the way of future intonation research. Yes, he really made great contribution in Chinese character and Chinese research. And let's go on. Let's look at some of the books. Okay, here, this book is a study of Wu dialect. And this a phonograph course in the Chinese national language. And it was published in 1925. And let's look here, a grammar of spoken Chinese. And Zhao Yuanren, he was very talented in language, and he could speak 33 dialects in China. And he wrote a passage or a poem about one word, one sound. Look at this. And this article was written by Zhao Yuanren. And have you found some special thing in this passage? Yes. There are 92 words, and each character has the same sound, 是, but with different tones. So this is a big task for everybody to read this article and understand it. Let's look at the pronunciation. Yes, can you try this and this? Okay. So we may try hard to use these words, to read these words carefully, and I hope you can understand the meaning of this article. And that's really funny. Okay, that's all for this lecture. Thank you very much.